بخصوص ما يخص كل من المتهمين صدام حسين وبرزان إبراهيم وطه ياسين.
أهلا وسهلا.
مناقشة بس من قبل وكلاء الدفاع. جاوب على الأسئلة اللي وجهها لك بحدود ما تعرف أو بحدود ما ممكن بالنسبة لك.
أنا حاضر لي سؤال.
هو احنا يعني مثل ما قلت لك ما نحلفك من جديد أنت لأن ما زلت تحت القسم.
أنا تحت القسم.
شنو الأسئلة اللي توجهوا؟ تفضل يا أستاذ علي المناصر.
أستاذ بالنسبة للشاهد طبعا حكم مسؤوليته نائب رئيس الوزراء في جمهورية العراق وبالذات في عام 82 من خلال اجتماعات مجلس قيادة الثورة صدر أي تشريع معين أو أي قرار أو مداولة بخصوص الاعتقالات أو حجز عوائل في الدجيل؟ هل ورد إلى علمه من خلال اجتماعات مجلس الثورة أو اجتماعات مجلس الوزراء؟
جاء ضمن نطاق السؤال.
جواب سيادة القاضي لا على سؤال السيد المحامي.
نعم.
هذا الموضوع ما انطرح لا في مجلس الوزراء ولا في مجلس قيادة الثورة ولا القيادة القطرية ولا القومية. ما انطرح.
انت سبق بينت هالشيء. سؤال آخر إذا عندك.
هذا بس
ما عندك سؤال. منو بعد يريد يناقش؟ نعم.
شكرا سيد الرئيس. وباعتبار أن الشاهد كان زميلا لموكلي السيد طه ياسين رمضان.
نعم.
فهل ورد في أي من اجتماعاتهم المنتظمة أو الدورية أو الغير دورية باعتبارهم في مستويات عدة في القيادة السياسية أن طرح على السيد طه ياسين رمضان أن يتولى أي مسؤوليات أمنية في الدجيل؟
سمعت السؤال يعني.
نعم سمعت السؤال. أنا سبق أن قلت سيد المحامي أنه الأستاذ طه ياسين رمضان ما له علاقة بهذا الموضوع نهائيا. هو كان نائب أول لرئيس الوزراء وأنا نائب رئيس وزراء. احنا مسؤوليتنا ضمن الحكومة. فهو كان مسؤول عن الوزارات الخدمية والاقتصادية وغيرها. ما كان مسؤول عن القضايا الأمنية. لا، القضايا الأمنية مسؤول عن الأندية المختصة يعني. وأنا مثل ما قلت في اللقاء السابق يعني أنا والأستاذ طه مو بس نعمل سويتنا، احنا أصدقاء نتلاقى يعني. فكثير أعرف من الأشياء اللي حتى بالاجتماعات الرسمية ما تطرح. ما له علاقة الرجل بهذا الموضوع. لا بالإجراء لا بالاعتقالات ولا بالتجريف ولا سوى أنه مثل ما هو تحدث أيضا لكم في وقت متأخر بالثمانينات من صارت خطط لإعادة إعمار بعض المدن والأقضية بالعراق. هو كنائب رئيس وزراء، نائب أول رئيس الوزراء، كان مشرف على هاي. وهذا مسألة طبيعية يعني ما لها علاقة لا بالدجيل ولا بالأحداث اللي جرت بالدجيل.
المستوى الآخر في السؤال سيدي.
نعم.
المستوى الآخر في السؤال أيضا عن علاقة السيد طه ياسين رمضان بتجريف الأراضي. يعني سؤالنا الأول كان على علاقته بأجهزة الأمن. السؤال الآخر بمسألة تجريف أراضي الدجيل.
نعم.
كان له أي علاقة؟
أنا ما عندي أي معلومات أن الأستاذ طه ياسين رمضان كان له علاقة بالتجريف. وأعتقد أنه ما له علاقة إطلاقا، رغم أن أنا ما حاضر يعني ميدانيا إلى هذا الموضوع. بس هو بحكم طبيعة عمله مو شغلته هاي التجريف يسووها يعني جزء الأمن يسووها والناس يعني بلدية، بس مو نائب أول لرئيس الوزراء يروح يسوي عملية تجريف.
سؤال أخير وللتأكيد، أي أنه بحكم طبيعة عمله لم يكن يتصل علمه أو يعني واقع عمله اليومي على أي نحو بما يحدث في الدجيل بعد الحادث.
نعم صحيح. ما يعني هو وظيفته كنائب أول لرئيس الوزراء وأنا أيضا كنائب رئيس وزراء موجود بالحكومة، ما لنا علاقة بهذا الموضوع. بس طبعا يعني اللي يسمع عن السيد الرئيس تعرض إلى عدوان يهتم بهذا الموضوع، بس ما عنده وظيفة، ما عنده عمل رسمي هو يقوم به. فالاستاذ طه واني وكثيرين مثلي ما لنا علاقه بهذا الموضوع. العلاقه هي علاقه الامن العام، لان هي مسؤوله عن القضايا الامنيه الداخليه. وانا سبقا قلت حتى الاستاذ بغداد رغم انه كان رئيس جهاز استخباري اللي هو المخابرات، بس ما له علاقه بهذا الموضوع. المخابرات اختصاصها هو الاجانب.
The Intelligence Department deals with the foreigners and the security issues that related to those foreigners that work here. And I work as a Prime Minister and a Minister of Foreign Affairs. And the Mukhabarat Intelligence Department deals with those foreigners and the issues related to them, but they don't deal with the arrest and these things. And the Intelligence Department in all the world deals with, they don't arrest or torture, but they deal with information and evaluation and the political situation. And I had a relationship with that man, and we didn't hear about Al Dijal case and the other details that were mentioned. Not Mr. Barzan or Mr. Taha. Your Honor, honestly, the President is our President. The leadership, the country leadership and the Ministers' Council, never in one of those meetings he mentioned that I was facing an assassination attempt or he dealt with it in any way. And the President led the other departments related to these issues to pursue what happened and take the normal road. And during the war, he was in the front line. And he was on the front lines with the soldiers fighting. And he would go to the soldiers and ask him about his health and about the situation and if they need anything. And he would check the rifles of the soldiers. And he would not raise everything and turn it up and down just because of what happened, but as a president of the government, he dealt with it and he led the official departments that this falls under their jurisdiction to take care of what happened. And the second thing is draining of the orchards. It happened for security reasons, and as everybody knows, that all the people who lost even just one tree, they get compensated. They get money, lands, and houses. And God knows what the President Saddam Hussein gave them more than that. But I know they get money, orchards, and lands and houses. And those who came here to be witness and give their testimony, they were forced witnesses. Judge, this issue doesn't relate to you. Don't evaluate. Witness, we've seen the trial in TV, Your Honor, and those witnesses who came to give their testimony. Your Honor, you should have asked them if they take compensations, and if he said yes, then there is no problem. And if he got compensated, then everything was going according to the legal system. But if the witness would come here and say that he didn't compensate it, and they drained his orchard and he didn't compensate it, then of course we would feel sorry and ashamed about him. But if he got compensated money and houses and land, then there is no problem. There will be no case, Your Honor. Defense Attorney, thanks, Your Honor.
شكرا سيد رئيس المحكمة.
Defense Attorney, thanks, Your Honor.
شاهد بتاريخ 8/7/1982 من مناصب.
What was the positions of the witness during 1982, July 8th? Witness, Your Honor, I was a member of the Command Council, Revolutionary Command Council, and I was Deputy of Prime Minister, In the Ba'ath Party, I was member of national leadership and country leadership.
في 8/7/1982.
Defense attorney, exactly on July 8, 1982. Yes, at that time, witnessing,
متى سمع
those were
بحادث
my positions. Attorney, when did he hear about the incident of the
تعرض على الإطلاق.
assassination attempt? Witness, I didn't hear about the assassination attempt. After a long time, I heard about it. I told you, we were officials in the government. We'd have meetings, but the president didn't send for us to tell us about what happened and do that or do the other thing. He just endured what happened and didn't talk about it to us. And each one of us had his own job. But the security department followed the issue and pursued it. But we didn't took any measurements, and we weren't under warning situation. Each one of us go to his work normally. Defense attorney, thanks, Your Honor. Judge, anyone else have questions?
خلصوا.
Are you done with the questions? Prosecution already questioned the witness. Prosecutor, we don't have anything new to add, Your Honor. Judge, witness, you may go. Judge,
الشاهد صلاح الدين محمد المشهداني.
call witness Salahuddin Muhammad.
الاسم اللقب المشهداني.
And the tribal name is Al-Mashhadani.
صلاح الدين لو سيف الدين.
Defense attorney, Your Honor, his name is Saifuddin. Judge, it's written Salahuddin.
تمام نسخة الطبع
Judge,
الجاية.
yes,
تمام.
right.
الدين محمود
The printed list that I have is called Saifuddin Al-Mashhadani. Judge, you are detaining me, right? Witness, yes.
سيف الدين محمود المشهداني.
Judge, your full name, Saifuddin Mahmoud Mashhadani. Your date of birth, witness, December 7th, 1956.
تعرف لي وين جاي بك الموضوع؟
Judge, do you know why you are here? Witness, yes.
شوي افتح لي.
Open the curtain a little bit, just saying.
لأن كشود محمدين.
Judge, we put the curtain to protect witnesses.
قل أقسم بالله
Say, I swear by God,
أن أشهد بالصدق كله
to say the whole truth
ولا أقول إلا الحق.
and nothing but the truth.
بين يعني موضوع.
Judge, clarify to us what's the subject of your testimony as a defense witness
صدام.
for defendant Saddam Hussein.
وإذا عندك عن شهادة عن
And if you have a testimony for other defendants like Barzan and Taha Yassin, you are under the oath. Defendant Saddam, if they open the curtain a little bit so we can see. Judge, come up front so they can see you. Witness in the name of God, presiding judge, the court, and respected attendees, peace be upon you.
إني بتاريخ 8 تموز
In July 8, 1982,
علمت أنه في هذا
I knew that in this day
قد حصلت محاولة
an
اغتيال
assassination attempt
للسيد الرئيس
was
المناصر
conducted against the President Saddam Hussein in Al Dujal area.
مع تخطيط وتنظيم
And this assassination attempt was planned and intended previously
لمحاولة الاغتيال
to,
هذه.
in order they assassinate the President.
تصميم مسلم.
Just,
نعم.
so it was planned for. Witness, yes.
وهذه الأمور
Witness.
يمكن أن تستنتج من خلال وقائع
And those things
هذه الحادثة
can find out by looking at the incidents of what happened to
التعرف على مخابز
what were found,
وبشكل
like
متنوع ومتعدد
places where they hide their weapons,
المفردات الحادثة
and
وكذلك ما تبعها
what was
تصريحات
persuaded by announcements
تؤكد
of the Assyrians that confirmed there were an intention to
تنفيذ
conduct such assassination attempt.
وسيد رئيس المحكمة
And Your Honor,
حقيقة
in fact,
أن هذه المحاولة هي
this assassination attempt
المحاولة الأولى
wasn't the first one or the last one that
اغتيالات تؤدي
attempted to assassinate, that leads at the end to the goal that they wanted to conduct. Me personally worked in the sector of youth and students for a long time,
وكنت حاضرا
and
هذه المحاولات
I was present during one of those attempts in April 1st, 1980,
عندما كان هنالك
whenever there were a conference, a student conference
طلبة آسيا
for the Youth Union for Asian Students in Baghdad in Al-Mustansiriya University, and I was invited to this conference
كنت أعمل في المكتب
as I used to work in the executive office for the youth and students.
المؤتمر حصلت أيضا
And while I was there, assassination attempts were conducted against
طارق عزيز
Tariq Aziz,
وأدت هذه
and
المحاولة
this attempt led to the martyrdom
وطالبة
female and male students, and led to the injury of a lot of students.
هاي قبل الحادث.
Judge, this is before the incident.
هذا في 1 نيسان
Witness, this is in April 1st, 1980.
وكذلك الحال سيد رئيس المحكمة
Witness,
سادة الحضور
also,
في اليوم الثاني
in the next day,
عندما جرت عملية
whenever there were a memorial service to two martyrs,
جرت
two
أيضاً
students,
محاولة
there
أخرى
were another attempt
من المدرسة الإيرانية
from the Iranian school,
قذف
as they
أكثر من رمانة يدوية
as a lot of grenades were shot against the memorial service, and
المشاركين في
some of the participants in the memorial service were
الأستاذ المرحوم
dead,
المدثر.
and one of them is
وهكذا
المدثر.
توالت هذه الحوادث
Those incidents kept
لتطول
continuing,
أو تطال معظم المسؤولين
and
في الحزب
they
والدولة
attacked
وفي
a lot of officials in Baghdad and in other governorates. And I don't want to take a lot of the court's time to mention the details of those incidents, but I will say briefly,
على سبيل المثال
for example,
رفيق محمد
Rafiq Muhammad Imam Abdul Razak,
مرتين
he got 2 attempts, and another colleague,
أكثر من مرة
another colleague were
مرة
faced other assassination attempts,
الحزب والمحافظ السماوة عام 1985
and other colleague in Simao Governorate faced the same attempt.
أنا كنت رئيس الاتحاد
And
العام
I was the Director General of the
1994
Union of Youth in Iraq. In 1994, there were mass weddings, collective weddings for the young people in Iraq, and this activity was conducted according to a suggestion we submitted to President Saddam Hussein, and he confirmed this suggestion and supported. So he will allow the young people that cannot manage the weddings and marriage to get married and arrange the wedding. And the aim was social, and especially at that time there were an embargo imposed on Iraq by the countries, other countries in the world.
موضوع الشهادة.
Judge, stick to the issue of the jail case.
وفي منطقة الناصرية
Witness. And in Nazariya area, there were this
كان هنالك محاولة
wedding, a
وأصيب
lot of weddings for young people, and
شخص من الذين
approximately 50 individuals were injured
ذلك محاولات
during the attempts in the wedding, and also the Iraqi embassy in Lebanon and other incidents. Judge, focus on the Abdul case.
السيد رئيس المحكمة
Witness,
حقيقة أرجو وأطمع
Your Honor,
أن يعني تفتح لي المجال.
I would like you to give me more opportunity to speak and to tell what I want to say. First of all, I'm a law person. I studied law and I taught law, and I would like you, please, to give me the chance to talk. Judge, we'll give you the chance, but stick to the issue of this case. Witness, and that drags me
أن السيد الرئيس القائد
to the issue that the President Saddam Hussein,
ولا أستطيع أن
I don't want to say, and I can't talk in details about his role
رسائله.
and about his characters and his features. Judge, just stick to the issue of this case of the jail. We brought you as a defense witness. You are not a defense attorney. Tell us about his role during the incident in the jail, before and during and after the incident, as a president at that time. Witness, there are, Your Honor, some of the details that are related to this important issue. Judge, just make your other issues less. Witness, I worked in the Presidency Council, or Diwan, for 4 years.
يعني اطلاع ببعض الأمور.
And I'm acquainted with some of the things, not all the things. And I apologize because I cannot evaluate the role of the President. But I touched some of his features and evaluations from other things that I was connected with. And his characters are that he's a very brave man, a generous man, faithful to his country. And those his characters. He loved his people so much, and he was close to the people, and he would meet the people every day. And the procedures he used to follow show that he is a good president. Judge, tell us what's the relation between what you're saying and between the case that you came here to testify about. Witness, Your Honor, give me the chance. Judge, talk about the jail case. Just talk about the things related to his role as a defendant, because now he is a defendant in the jail case, as he was a president of the government. Witness, I am discussing the fate of one person, but this person belongs to our country, and it's the fate of the whole country. Because, Your Honor, I know a lot of things and details, and all the Iraqi people know the details, and he knows the characters of the president. Judge, you said that you are a person who practiced law, and we brought you here as a witness. Now, this man is a defendant to this case, in this case, and you, as a defense witness, talk to us about his role during the incident and after the incident. What was, if he has a positive role, what is his positive role? Don't go to other details, because there are other witnesses, and the time of the court doesn't allow you to talk in details about other issues not related to this case. Witness, maybe only, Your Honor, this is my only chance, so please allow me to say what I want to say. This is the right thing, and it's only one right, and we cannot participate or distribute the rightness. And I would like you, Your Honor, to give me the chance to talk positively. I don't want to talk about the justice of and fairness of the president. And Judge, leave this to the defense attorney. those
المشاعر
ideas and the feelings that you're talking about, leave those feelings to the defense attorneys. You are a defense witness for the jail case,
هنا مثل
and
تريد يعني تكتب حياتك.
don't tell us the biography or the life or characters of the one person. Tell us about his role during and after the incident of the jail. You think it's a positive role. What is the positive things he's done, if you know?
رئيس المحكمة
Witness, Your Honor,
جانب قانوني إذا
as a legal point of view, if you allow me,
تناقشون
you are here discussing a subject that's related to a case, an assassination attempt against President of the state. And as you know and others know,
أن العدالة معايير
that
العدالة واحد.
the categories of justice are one, and the rightness is
يعني
one.
هكذا أنظر أنا
And this is how I look at this subject.
هذا الموضوع هنالك مواضيع أخرى
There are other subjects
نواجهها
we are facing as a people and as citizens. There is occupation and the tales of occupation.
مئات الآلاف
And hundreds and thousands of citizens in Iraq are dying. Judge, you are a speaker now. You are not a speaker. You are a defense witness. Give us your testimony about a certain case.
إذا عندك شهادة
If you have a testimony
رجل بين شهادة.
and about his role, tell us. If you don't, so we will bring another witness.
سيد رئيس المحكمة يعني هذه مو صحيح.
Your Honor, those things are right. What I'm saying, that the things that conducted in Fallujah are true, are not false.
ولا وكيل.
Judge, you are not a defense attorney. You are a witness and you are under the oath.
ما تقول إلا الصح.
نعم.
Tell us only the truth with regard to this issue. Don't tell us details not related to a jail case.
الباقي اللي تقوله من اختصاص
What you're saying, that belongs to defense attorneys. They should say that.
كان
But tell us about your testimony about his role after the incident, the incident of assassination attempt that he was facing.
قالت حضرتك أنه أنا
Witness, I mentioned to Your Honor that I'm a person of law and I want to prove.
وقت المحكمة ما
Judge, we don't have time for you to talk for 1 hour.
3 دقائق فقط.
Don't give us a speech. Don't give us a speech. Witness, just give me 5 minutes.
عليه. ما ندرك يعني نمنحك.
Judge, we don't want to prevent you talking, but try
عن الخطاب.
to not to give speeches, but talk about the testimony of the case. Witness,
بموجب
Your Honor, according to international law,
العدوان المسلح
the aggression,
عمل غير
the armed war aggression is not legal.
يقول هكذا أنا لا سوف نتحدث
The draft of the United Nations saying so. We're not talking about different issues. We are also going to talk about law. The United Nations draft are saying that.
الجمعية العامة للأمم المتحدة عرفت
And the General Association for United Nations identified the aggression on 1991. They said whoever do an illegal thing will take the international responsibility. They should bring back the things back to the things that and to compensation. And the international law, Your Honor, prosecutor, allow me, Your Honor. The witness is talking about things that are not related to the testimony.
هو متهم في قضية.
And this witness is a defendant in another case. Whenever there is a trial that related to him, he can talk. I would like Your Honor to warn the witness,
يعتبر عاجزا.
or otherwise he cannot give testimony. Judge, we clarified to him everything. We asked him to give a testimony with regard to the jail case. If he hears or so, what happened?
بالنسبة لموضوع التسجيل.
Judge,
إذا عندك
witness, with regard to the jail case, if you have information, you can say.
تنصهم هالمعلومات.
And you can contact the defense attorneys so they can put information in their defense report.
هسه أنت الآن في موضوع
Now you're here as a witness, defense witness,
بخصوص قضية
with regard to the jail case,
الحادث
during the incident and after the incident,
ترتب على الحادث
and what happened
ومن هالتأكيد
according to that incident. If you have something about this 3 points, tell us, and if you don't, then don't waste the time of the court. Go and rest.
سيد رئيس المحكمة يعني أنا أعتقد
Witness, Your Honor,
ما أريد أرد على
I don't want to respond to what the prosecutor said. Yes, I'm a defendant.
ماكو
لا أنت كشاهد هسه احنا ما
Judge, no, you're here as a witness. You are as a witness here.
متهم في قضية
He told you you are a defendant in another issue, in another case, but here today as a defense witness
الرجل متهم بقضية.
for this defendant.
إذا عندك شهادة
If you have a testimony with regard
إلى الدجيل
the jail case, whenever he visited the jail, and what happened during the assassination attempt and after the incident,
عندك
if you have a testimony, then give it to us.
احنا نسمع.
We'll listen to you.
عندك شهادة
And if you don't, then go and rest,
نسمع إلى شهود.
so we can listen to other testimonies.
أنا متهم
Your Honor, the witness saying, the prosecutor said that I'm a defendant for 3 years, and for 3 years I'm living in a cell which is the length of it only 2.5 meters. Judge, you can submit a request with regard to what you're saying to investigation judge to clarify what you want to say in details.
في محاكمة خاصة
Now we are in a special trial with regard to a jail case,
بالنسبة لهالمحكمة توجه رسالة
and
هي ماكو مانع.
you can also submit a written letter to this court and we will give it to the investigation judge.
شاهد دفاع
But now as a defense witness,
بالقرآن
you are under the oath and you put your hand on the Holy Quran, and you should give us your testimony with regard to the jail case if you have an eye testimony or if you heard what happened. Otherwise, you can go and rest.
سيد رئيس المحكمة أنا أشرت
Witness,
إلى ما
I referred, Your Honor, to what I heard and what I knew with regard to the jail case.
ما نسمع منك.
Judge, yes, what do you know? What do you hear? Tell us. Witness, I told you that I heard about an assassination attempt, a planned one, targeted the life of President Saddam Hussein.
الموضوع به أدلة
And there are evidence, and also
الإعلام أكو
the
إعلام
media
يرى من قبل
also announced, especially from the Iranian radio, they talked about this planned assassination attempt.
هكذا من قبل الأخوة المعتقلين
And also, I know some of this information from the detainees.
في اللئيم المجرم
After the criminal occupation, American occupation,
الذي
they referred that the person who committed
اعترف
this attempt,
منطقة الدجيل
he announced in the jail area that he, the perpetrator, planned
هذا الموضوع
for this attempt.
تقديري متكامل
So the elements of this crime are completed. There is an intent to commit the crime, and there is a party which announced that they planned and attempted this assassination attempt.
عندك شيء آخر
Judge, do you have anything else to add?
بخصوص شهادته
Judge,
متعلق به
Defendant Barzan, do you want to talk with regard to his testimony or something else?
أي ماكو مانع.
Judge, you may talk.
يسألك المتهم برزان
Judge, witness listen to Defendant Barzan and answer his questions. Defendant Barzan, Your Honor,
سيف كان
our colleague says
تنظيم الطلابي
was one of my students,
وعريض ومن كل أنحاء
and from all over Iraq I have students,
طلع الجيل
and he represents the young generation, educated generation that looks in the future accurately and reads between the lines.
اختلاطاته بمختلف شرائح المجتمع
And he deals and has connections with different types of categories of the society, and he worked in the presidency D1 or council for a long time, and he was one of the presidents
تكون منها الرئاسة
of the departments that the presidency one is concluded with. And I would like to ask him,
هل سمع
did he hear
الرئيس
that
السيد الرئيس كلفني
the president assigned me with anything with regard to the jail?
سمعت السؤال؟
Judge, did you hear the question? Witness? No, I didn't hear, Your Honor.
هل
Defendant,
سمعت
did you hear
من داخل الدولة
from inside the government or from outside the government,
مخابرات كمؤسسة
if al-Mukhabarat intelligence department has anything to do
داخل الساحة العراقية
and does it work inside inside Iraq or with other relations? Witness, I don't know about the details. I didn't hear about this, Your Honor. Defendant,
رئيس المحكمة
Your Honor,
بالنسبة طبعا معروف حقوق وواجبات
the duties and the rights of the prosecutors are well known.
نلاحظ أن هناك
But I noticed that there are
يعني يطبق معايير معينة
different criteria or categories that he is conducting. Sometimes he conducts things and he doesn't conduct other things. And inside this courtroom, we listened to the witnesses of complainants.
سؤالين للرفيق
Judge, what do you want to say more? Defendant, no, I asked the witness two questions. I would like to clarify something also. In this courtroom,
ويانا قسم من شهود الدفاع
you listen to the witnesses of complainants, and each witness would talk for 1 or 2 hours, and they would talk about
عن الأرض
issues so far as the far or the distance between the moon and the earth with regard to this. Some of the witnesses, they would talk about the military forces, and some of them would talk about other things. And you listened to the testimonies and also your colleagues and the prosecutors and the other things, defense attorneys.
ما قال لهم انه هذا
But the prosecutor didn't deny them, and he didn't say that this testimony is not related to the issue of this case.
حكينا حول قضية السجين ما سمعنا منه
We didn't hear the prosecutor saying that to the witnesses of complainants. But whenever we are listening to the witnesses of the defense witnesses, the prosecutor is just jumping from every now and then, stopping them and bothering them and he's trying also to ask the court to interfere. Judge, prosecutor, do you have anything to talk with the witness? Prosecutor, the witness. Judge, defense attorneys, Your Honor, I would like to ask him a question, Your Honor. Judge, you may ask him, defense attorney. Defense attorney, I would like to ask the witness, Dr. Saifuddin al-Mashidani, that he spent more than 3 years in the detention facility. Was an investigation conducted with him? Judge, that's not related to the issue. Judge, are you his defense attorney? Defense attorney, yes. Judge, then submit a request about this issue. Attorney, please, Your Honor, allow me to ask him this question. Judge, defense attorney, Judge, we brought this person here, and he is under the oath, and he said it's going to talk about the testimony with regard to this issue. Don't try to drag us to other details and other issues. Defense attorneys, an investigation was not conducted with him, Your Honor. Judge, if you or other defense attorneys want to talk about it, you can afterwards talk to me or submit a request about conducting an investigation with this defendant or not. Then we will search and examine this issue. Thanks, Your Honor. The witness used to work in different departments in the presidency D1 and from the headquarters of making the decisions. And I would like to know this information about what he heard and what he saw. Does he know, as Taha Yassin was the deputy of Prime Minister during that day, the date of the incident? Does he have anything to do with jail or security? Did he have any security work to do with the jail case? Witness? I worked with the government as an official in 1997, as I finished my studying in 1996, and in 1997 I worked in presidency D1 for 4 years. In the 1980s, I used to work in the organizations of youth and students, but I didn't hear, as a citizen, I didn't hear that Taha has anything to do with the security of the jail. Judge, prosecutor, do you have a question? Prosecutor, the witness didn't talk about the jail case, so what we are going to ask him? No, we don't have any questions. Judge, defendant, I worked with this witness for 4 years. Judge, where did you work with him? Defendant, in Presidency D1, we worked together. He worked with me for 4 years as I served the law. And I would like to ask him, am I kind of person that violates the law? And do I search to do evil things? I would like to clarify for me and for you. Judge, you can ask the question in different way as we know you and as you work together during that period as you were presiding judge in the revolutionary court. Defendant, no, maybe he doesn't have certain information, but he has personal information about me, Your Honor. Am I a kind of person that violates the law or seek to do evil things? Judge,